guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited, as we're here with another episode of the Jessy and Timmy Show. It's episode number 5, and this one should be a really fun one because it's Royal Rumble week, and today we're going to talk about the Royal Rumble, what the Royal Rumble maybe means to us, and so forth. I'm going to ask Jessy how she ranks the Rumble, because we've got that question a lot this week about where's the Rumble rank as far as importance every year. And then we're going to do our predictions of the Royal Rumble. But we got Jessy here with us. Jessy, how are you doing today?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing good myself. A little tired, but good. But with that, it's Royal Rumble week. I know you've said before. I know you've said before Royal Rumble is one of your favorite things. So what does the Rumble mean to you? Why is it so high up there on your list, I guess you could say?
The surprises. You don't know what's going to happen. And, it is the road to WrestleMania. And do you know what I like, right? It kicks the year off with a bang.
True.
I'm excited because you get all these people return and then you think, wonder what's going to happen for the rest of the year. Like, it's just exciting. Obviously, don't get me wrong, I love WrestleMania, right? But the Royal Rumble is where it's at. So it's where it's at.
So speaking of returns, we've got a lot of returns actually in this Women's Rumble, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to say thank you guys for joining us here. Twitch.tv/PWUnlimited, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and Twitter.com/PWUnlimited. Remember, if you are watching live on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can either help us out with a donation by hitting that donate button down below or donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, remember, you can help us out by subscribing to the channel one of two different ways. You can either subscribe with a tiered subscription, or if you've got Amazon Prime already, whether that's Amazon Prime Shopping or Amazon Prime Video, well, that means you've got a Prime Gaming account. You link your Twitch account, you link your Amazon account together, and boom, Prime Gaming, and you get a free subscription to any Twitch channel. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe right here. But on the flip side, if you're watching over on YouTube, you can help us out over there with a super chat or a super sticker donation. Also, remember, you can help us out by hitting that join button down below and subscribing as a channel member. As a channel member, you get early access to news, podcast, extra podcasts sometimes, non-news videos, and so forth. And you can also get all of that by more directly supporting us at patreon.com/PWUnlimited. But as I stated, there's a lot of surprises in this Women's Royal Rumble that I wasn't expecting, like Mickie James and Summer Rae.
Rae, they're putting a lot on her. They're putting a bit of eyes on her, aren't they?
I'm more shocked of Summer Rae than Mickie James, and I was completely shocked that Mickie James was going to be in this and that they announced her as the Impact Knockouts champion. So what are your thoughts? We got returning in the Women's Rumble. There's no returns yet announced for the Men's Rumble, so that's why I didn't really say anything about that. But in the Women's Rumble, we've got returning Mickie James, Summer Rae, Kelly, Lita, the Bella Twins, and Michelle McCool so far announced. Which of those stand out to you the most?
Oh, see, for me, I love Mickie James. I've always loved Mickie James. So I would say it's probably her out of everyone. Like Summer Rae, there's a lot of eyes. Bellas, I'm interested.
That's WWE legend Summer Rae, according to Michael Cole.
Yeah. And she looks amazing. Didn't she look incredible?
She looked good, different. Like, I saw some people go, I literally had somebody message me and ask if that was the same person or they gave somebody the name. Like, that doesn't look like the same girl. I'm like, well, no, but she looks great.
Amazing. See, I'm so excited for the women's more than the men's this year. I'm so excited.
Well, in speaking in possible returns in the women's, there's the rumor of Ronda Rousey possibly coming back as well. So
I'm here for it.
Here's the interesting thing when it comes to Ronda Rousey. So according to PW Insider, they stated that, we've heard it from Fightful, we've heard it from the Wrestling Observer, Ronda Rousey coming back for the Rumble, coming back for WrestleMania. But what PW Insider reported was that not only have WWE officials flew to Los Angeles to speak with Ronda, but her
Mm-hmm.
personal makeup artist and stylist has been
Yeah.
scheduled to appear at the Rumble, or not appear, but be at the Rumble and Raw for several weeks, which means why are
Yeah.
they bringing somebody in, a makeup artist that is Ronda Rousey's personal makeup artist, if
Mm-hmm.
Ronda's not going to be there? Why is she on the
Yeah,
books?
she's there.
Yeah,
She's so there.
it's just like 2018
So
when Ronda Rousey debuted at the Rumble. It's the best or the worst kept secret. Everyone knew she was coming.
yeah, see, I'm very excited. I'm so excited for more the men's this year. So excited because you just don't know, like, because the division is short and it's horrible. It's short. Obviously, we've got NXT, and then who else could we have? Like, there's so many opportunities.
So if I'm looking here, so far in the Women's Rumble, there are 21 women announced, which means 9
Mhm.
more spots to be filled.
Uh-huh.
And I don't see, unless you, and I thought it would have been cool if they would have maybe announced 1 or 2 last night on NXT and be like, oh, by the way, because they kept
Yeah.
talking about the Rumble. They talked about it at least twice last night where they plugged it.
Mhm.
So I thought it would have been cool for them to be like, oh, yeah, and by the way, Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai, they're going to be in the Rumble as well, representing NXT. I thought that would have been cool. I get why they didn't do it because it's NXT and they don't give that much emphasis on main roster stuff during NXT. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that NXT women fill those last 9 spots. Well, if Ronda's in it, then 8 spots.
I don't think we filled so much of NXT. I'm going to be honest. I really don't.
So,
Um.
who from NXT would you like to see in the Rumble?
Oh, Raquel, 100%. I think she's absolutely great. Io Shirai up there, one of my faves. Um, it's got to be Dakota Kai's going to be in there,
Hmm.
right? Got to
So,
be.
so
It
speaking of those
can't not
last,
be.
speaking of those last 2, it is being reported that both Dakota Kai and Io Shirai are supposed to be at SmackDown the day before, Friday.
Mm, well,
So maybe they're bringing him in to talk to him and tell him, hey, by the way,
yeah,
you're going to be in the Rumble tomorrow.
yeah. Io Shirai for the win, please.
Oh,
Oh, I love her.
she should have been on the main roster at least 2 years ago.
Oh, 100%, 100%. I couldn't even. Who else would I want in it? Who else would I really want? Um,
I'm trying to think, and that might be it. Those 3.
if they put, I don't know.
I
I don't
can
know if they put. Maybe
go for it.
I could see them. I can see them putting Indy in there.
Maybe.
Oh, Kaylee Ray, 100%. She's
Oh yeah,
going in.
I can see. I can
100%.
also see him putting Mandy Rose in there as well.
I'd, I would, I'd be very intrigued because I'd like if Sonya was going to be in it as well. I'd like to see what happens there.
Right. Now, but here's the question: we have seen the NXT champion in the Men's Rumble before, but here's my question with putting NXT champions in the Rumble now. We know that NXT titles can now be, I guess you could say, cashed in on or whatever, as Charlotte did with Rhea Ripley. So does that
Yeah.
now keep the NXT and NXT Women's Champion out of the Royal Rumble matches? Because now we know that they could be the ones that get the big match with the Rumble winner. So do you now keep them out of the Rumble? Because remember, in like 20, I think it was 18, I could be wrong on that year. Maybe it was 17. Andrade was the NXT champion and was in the Royal Rumble match.
It would be good if that was kind of up for grabs as well, wouldn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm already,
I don't know.
never mind. I'm now thinking my question is moot point. Charlotte, as the SmackDown champion, is in the Rumble this year.
Yes.
Because she said, if I win, I get to pick my opponent for WrestleMania.
Yeah. Which they could do it. They could do it
right.
like that.
So, as far as everybody so far announced, go for it.
Because she literally would stand there and just take her pick, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
So I could, as much as I love Charlotte, but please don't win the Rumble. Please don't win the Rumble again.
As far as the women in the Rumble match, we have Nikki ASH, Aaliyah, Natalya, Mickie James, Shayna Baszler, Summer Rae, Tamina, Dana Brooke, Kelly Kelly, Rhea Ripley, Lita, Naomi, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Carmella, Queen Zelina, Michelle McCool, Shotzi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair.
Mm-hmm.
So who's your pick, I guess you could say, prediction for the Women's Rumble?
So there's a lot of people that think Bianca's going to win again.
Right. She's the favorites with the betting odds.
I could see it. I would be behind it. I love Bianca Belair.
Say it again.
You know what? I hard because obviously without knowing who else is going to be in it, you just don't know as well.
Right,
but
exactly.
Do you know the one person I would love to see do so well would be Shayna?
Yes.
Because Shayna I'd love her to have that push. Same with Naomi. Who would be absolutely incredible for me.
So I had just said that Bianca was the betting odds favorite. Well, I just checked and they have changed since last night. Favorite is now Ronda Rousey in the betting odds. On 2 different websites. So, and also...
I said before, didn't I? I could see Lita winning.
Maybe based off of the interaction, the thing they did with her and Charlotte and stuff.
Yes, I could see her winning it, which I in the nicest way, I wouldn't want. I wouldn't want. So, without sounding mean, but I wouldn't want it.
So yeah, as of now, and this is the first time for the Rumble, either Rumble match, that the betting odds had somebody as a true favorite. Because to be, Bianca Belair here is at a plus 300. She's the highest ranked favorite. She was the highest ranked favorite, but still, in an American betting odds, if your number is a minus, you're the true favorite. Ronda is now a minus 125. She's the first person in any Rumble to her odds be a minus or a negative number. So someone's hearing something.
Interesting.
But as far as my prediction does go, I have 2.
Yep.
And they could kind of lead to the almost same thing. So I think actually, how do I phrase this? I think there's a good chance Charlotte Flair wins the Rumble.
No.
Because Becky screws Ronda Rousey. I think Becky Lynch eliminates Ronda Rousey. And then Charlotte's either the last one left, or there's like one other person with Charlotte. That person gets stunned by what just happened. Charlotte dumps them. There we go. So I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say Charlotte Flair wins the Rumble. But I'm going to make an even bigger prediction. Charlotte Flair wins the Rumble, and then has her pick and says, there's one woman I've faced everywhere except for at WrestleMania 1-on-1, and that is Sasha Banks. And that's how we get to Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair for the championship at WrestleMania.
Which would be a banger.
I think that match would be amazing. But I think you have Becky eliminate Ronda, which then
we haven't thought about.
Go for it.
We want Bayley back.
Bayley could. Last I heard, most people backstage are thinking February for Bayley, but maybe. Maybe they're hearing February, and we're so close to February. Maybe she's telling people, I'll be back in February, but then she shows up at the Rumble and no one expecting it.
I could see. Imagine, oh my God, imagine Bayley and Ronda.
That'd be great.
Oh my God.
Now, here's my question. When Ronda's music, so if Ronda's in the Rumble, her music hits, place is going to go loud before she even walks out because they know her music. Do enough people recognize Bayley's newer music with Bayley to have that same reaction? The whole where it starts out kind of like
I could see it. Yeah, I could see it. I think she'd get a huge pop. Bayley would. Absolutely huge.
I'm just wondering if the music will trigger enough people because if you had the old Bayley music, everyone knows that music. But it's like sometimes even when Bayley was still around every week, I'd hear the music and forget that that's her music. Be like, oh wait, yeah, that's Bayley's new music that she's had for a year and a half.
Yeah, well, I hope so. gutted if she didn't. I hope so, but no, I'd like if it was me, I'd like the return. I like Bailey. I like Ronda, Victoria, because obviously I have so much love for her.
That'd be cool. And wasn't she in last year's Rumble?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there is potential, big potential.
I know there was a rumor that they asked the Iconics and they told them no.
And they said no. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Another rumored name that just came out this morning is Kairi Sane.
Oh, I thought that the other day actually when I was watching the Rumble. I think it was the 2021. Yeah. I was actually thinking Kairi Sane could come. But then what about Asuka?
Asuka should be cleared by now. From what I heard, and what was I think it was Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men podcast said that Asuka should be cleared already, and so maybe they're just keeping her as the surprise. And that's one that you hear that music, everyone's gonna go nuts because everyone knows that music.
Everyone's gonna go nuts. This is what I mean. This is what. Can you see why I'm more excited about the Women's Rumble this year?
No, I do agree. I think there are more. I think in the women's compared to the men's Rumble, there are more spots there for surprises, I think, and interesting surprises.
Nice feeling.
Because in the men's Rumble,
do you know what? It's such a nice feeling as well that so many people are excited for the women's, especially with Mickey as well. Mickey being there, and obviously Lita being there, and even with Summer Rae, like everyone's like, "What?"
Right.
So yeah, it's exciting.
So I know they wanted to try and get Mickie James on SmackDown last week because they were in her hometown in Nashville, but with the Impact tapings the same day, and Impact was actually low on. Apparently, COVID had hit them, and they were out a bunch of people, so they couldn't let her leave. It was kind of like a no. We need you here.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Kind of understandable.
So that's why they ended up not getting Mickie James for SmackDown last week in her hometown. Well, the town she lives in now. It's not her hometown's Richmond, Virginia, but yeah. So that's what happened with that. As far as they wanted Mickie to be on SmackDown, Impact said, unfortunately, we can't do it because we need her at our tapings. Just conflict of stuff.
Yeah, that happens, though, doesn't it? And obviously, with her being the champion and stuff, they kind of didn't need her there.
Yeah,
because
I know they did.
I get it.
I know they did Friday, Saturday tapings, but again, like I said, because so many people were out because of COVID protocol, they couldn't risk, especially her, the champion, not being there for one day. But as I'm looking here, thinking of the Women's Rumble and who else could be in this match that hasn't been announced. I don't know. Like I like Kaylee Ray because that's a good name that could possibly. Now, no, I would say would one of the NXT women. Could you see if an NXT woman wins, then challenging Mandy Rose, or do you take the opportunity to challenge one of the main roster champions?
That would be really cool. If it was, I'd love to see if it was going to be anyone. I'd love it to be Io Shirai. Challenge Becky.
That'd be great.
Or even Charlotte, but yeah, challenge Becky. I'd love it. Oh, I love Io Shirai. I'm trying to think of who the nine spaces we said, isn't it, to be filled. So I'm gonna say Ronda, Bailey. You've got to have Io Shirai, Mandy Rose. You've still got 4 spaces.
Yeah.
Oh, the world is our oyster. The world is our oyster.
Kairi Sane, maybe. But here's the thing with Kairi Sane. Oh my God. Is she, if Kairi Sane's going to be in it, someone would have already got word that she's flown in from Japan because she's got to fly in well in advance.
But then you don't know, do you? You honestly don't know.
Right. Because the thing from Fightful this morning, and I'm going to pull it up here, that said about Kairi Sane was Kairi Sane has competed for WWE in a year and a half. And where was this? It's all it says is her name has been discussed. So I don't know. And the word is that her contract with WWE is up next month. So maybe they say, hey, we want you to do one last thing for us before you're done with the company. But she could honestly say no. And it says right here, please note that notable talent have sometimes not been told until the day before the show that they're going to be in the Rumble. Nothing is confirmed. But I don't think they can do that with Kairi Sane. You can't tell her the day or two before because she's got to make that. How long is that flight? from
It's a little way,
Tokyo
isn't it?
to St. Louis, even if she flies straight into St. Louis, that is
Mm.
a day and a half flight almost. She's got to
Yeah,
be on
she
a.
can't get that. She can't get that call that
She got
morning
to
and
be
be
getting
like,
ready to get on that plane
flying.
today.
Yeah, she's not ready.
Maybe they
She's not
bring her in
already.
and she's there for
As we
SmackDown or
speak.
something. I don't know. I think she would be one that I wouldn't announce ahead of time. And that's my other question.
Oh, I hope they don't. I'd be. I hope they.
That was my
Mark
other question I was going to
before
ask
then.
you. What are your thoughts on so many surprises being announced already?
Oh, I hate it. Right, so just picture this, right? Close your eyes, picture this.
Mhm.
You're sitting there, like if you're at home, you're in the venue, and all of a sudden the Bella Twins song goes off. The hell, like you would lose your absolute like nuggets, right? Imagine that
Mhm.
song just pops, that goes, and then imagine Mickey James' song going off, and
Oh
they
yeah.
did not. Like that would be mental. I hate this. I hate the fact that we're in the surprises because imagine the people's faces if Mickey James come out. Say
Right.
she was wearing the belt. Imagine she was wearing the belt.
Oh, there's a good
Like, people
chance.
would be like, "What?" People would be losing their absolute mind.
So
I think I would have liked to them not announce Mickey personally.
yeah, well,
Or even Summer Rae.
I think anybody you're bringing in, not
Yeah.
their regular, should be a surprise
Mm.
because that is
Yeah,
the
for
whole.
sure.
That's the whole. I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Desire of the Rumble is okay. So 10, 20 people have been announced. Who are the other 10? And so you're just sitting there waiting and waiting. Oh my god, I didn't expect this person. Oh, that's a really cool one.
Yeah.
Even if it's somebody that. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. Michelle McCool doesn't really do much for me as far as her being in the Rumble.
Yeah.
But if that
And
was a
neither does
surprise.
Kelly for
Yeah,
me.
true. But even if they were surprises and I didn't know, I would still be like, oh, well, that's kind of cool because we didn't know that in advance. It's cool not knowing,
Sure. Yeah.
even if they're people you don't care about. Now, Jumpman in the chat says, Beth and Maurice, doubt it since they're in the mixed tag team match. And Dylan in the Twitch chat asks, what about Paige? Last I heard, Paige, they tried to get her cleared, and I haven't heard yes or no on that. But they were trying to see if she could get cleared.
I've seen a few things of her recently where she has teased it a little bit as well.
Yep.
So I could see that happening. But then I saw someone else said in the chat about Lacey Evans and Alexa Bliss. Like
Well,
I couldn't, in the nicest way, I couldn't see Lacey Evans getting much of a pop.
okay,
I
so
know it sounds funny.
I honestly thought Alexa was already announced, but I guess she isn't announced, which is a weird one. She's been on TV the last 3 weeks. Why isn't she already announced for the Rumble? Well, Lacey Evans, I don't know what, it took Becky how long after giving birth to come back?
Not
8,
long.
9
She
months?
literally popped it out and that was it.
Well,
Like,
no, Becky didn't come back for 7, 8 months. She gave birth in She gave birth in December, didn't come back till August.
That's still very quick.
True, but now I want to look
Lacey.
Lacey.
She come back in the most ridiculous shape. But
better shape than even before she had the baby.
Yeah. But what about Rhonda though? Because with Rhonda, with when did
Rhonda
she
was
give birth?
September. She gave birth, and she's already been training apparently.
Oh, she's in. Yes. Oh my god, we're in.
And Lacey Evans gave birth back in October. So there is a slight chance, Lacey, but I wouldn't put any money on it. I wouldn't put money on it from October. No, I don't think.
Yeah, we're not getting Lacey.
Because I can see, just like with Becky, we saw as soon as Becky gave birth, she was in the gym working out and stuff, posting on her Instagram. Yeah. And I could see Rhonda being the same way. Give birth, boom, got to be in there. But Lacey Evans,
she's such a homely kind of woman.
I mean, she has been posting.
She's so sweet, bless her.
She has been posting like, "Hey, I did a run on the treadmill. Oh, here's another one. I lifted some 10-pound dumbbells today."
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't think
like she has been posting. Lacey has been posting slight workout stuff. I mean, this photo here, she looks like she's in pretty good shape now. She says right here, she says.
The thing is with Lacey, like she's kind of WWE aren't going to push her as much as they'd push Rhonda and Becky.
Correct.
You know?
Because this tweet here has got her in a gym. And she says, between breastfeeding sessions, homeschooling, feeding my family, and everything else, life has been throwing at me. I'm still showing up. #hungry, #fitness, motivation. and 9 weeks post. So when was this? Yeah, so she's 9, 10. Oh, she's 12 weeks out from giving birth now.
That's fair.
13. I did the math wrong. 13 weeks.
And then she's got, she's had that kind of history before where, she was in the military or what was it, Navy or military? Yeah, so she's got that mindset.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, to get back to it quickly. So I could see it happening, but I don't think it's yet.
Yeah, me neither.
I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, like you said, I think she's one of them ones who, like, yes, with Becky and Ronda, they'll wait till they're ready, but they'll probably like, hey, let's push them along a little bit. I think she's somebody that it's like she's not an integral part of the roster. So if she wants to take even more time, they'll let her take more time.
Yeah, she's a money maker.
But I mean, in this picture here, and I'll pull it up here in this Instagram post that she did post. She's looking in good shape since giving birth. Let's see. This one right here is the one where it says, between breastfeeding sessions, homeschooling, feeding my family, and everything else, life has been throwing at me. I'm still showing up. She looks to be in good shape. I don't know what good shape is to her post baby, so we'll see what that means. But again, I don't expect her to be in the Rumble. One of the farthest names from my mind, to be honest.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it.
So as we move forward, we'll save the men's Rumble to talk about. We got a couple other non-Rumble matches as well. Some of these are pretty predictable, so we'll run through them really fast. Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Miz and Maurice. Who you got?
Yes. Well, it's gonna be Edge and Beth, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to this match because one, I'm like the biggest Beth Phoenix fan, and it's just they've had a lot of build up towards it as well. And Beth looks amazing.
Yes.
And I just think, it's just going to be a good match. Like, I just love them. All four of them are great. But I'm so here for them.
Honestly,
Beth and Edge win.
So when the match was announced, and they started teasing it, I go, this will be all right. But I think the build has been fun for this match. Like, it's actually
been really
gotten
good.
People excited for it, for a match that most people, it's going to be Edge and Beth Phoenix picking up the victory. There's no way Miz and Maurice win. But I think, honestly, I think Maurice over everybody has really shown that she's grown as far as being able to carry segments herself with this stuff.
I think just all four of them have such big characters in general. And it's like, sometimes in these situations, someone's, bigger than the other or, has to kind of carry one of the team members. And in my opinion, like, all four of them are just stars in their own way. And I think Miz and Maurice, like, for me, they're obviously both couples are great, but they're just the couple, aren't they? Like, they're great. So I'm excited because it's been a good build up, like a really good build up.
And like I was saying with Maurice, you can tell she's learned a lot from Miz about character and promos and this and that. And like the one where she was in the ring herself, cutting that whole thing about Beth, we should be friends, we shouldn't be fighting. And the way the crowd was just reacting to her, she didn't let it break her. Like once or twice, she kind of paused for a second, but she didn't really let it get her too rattled. And I think that's she probably learned a lot from Miz on that. And then with Beth Phoenix, I think maybe doing the commentary, because I never back in the day thought Beth Phoenix was a great promo or anything, but I always thought Beth had good like facial expressions and the way she, did things in the ring. But I think maybe doing the NXT commentary stuff has helped her as well grow on the microphone.
I think Beth in general, like when I was younger, she scared me so much. But now, like looking back, and I was watching her match with Melina the other day, and one of the matches with Melina, and I was just thinking to myself, like, she's actually incredible. Like she actually is, and I don't feel like she gets enough recognition. I'm going to be honest, she doesn't.
No, I agree.
No, she like if you look at the Bellas and you look at Lita and you look at Trish. Why don't you look at Beth Phoenix?
Exactly.
The Glamazon, like she was amazing around that time. Honestly, her and Melina, oh, beautiful. The bad guys, they were incredible. And nobody looks at them enough. I tell you, Beth, she's a Hall of Famer. Like,
Yeah.
Beth,
Well, I think the reason for that is she wasn't a total divas girl. So they would say, "Oh, she
No,
didn't help bring in that new female audience like the Bellas and Natty and all
yeah,
them did on
yeah.
Total Divas."
But she was different. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
She was the big, tough person that everyone was scared of,
Mhm.
and in my opinion, she had some of the best matches I've seen. Like, she makes, she didn't do the whole pretty diva thing. She was ready to kick ass, and that's what
Exactly.
I loved about her. I was so scared of her, but she was amazing,
I
absolutely amazing.
I think she looks
So
scary
scared
now
of
with like the mohawk hair thing that she's been doing.
her.
I think she looks more intimidating now than ever.
She looks more intimidating than Edge.
Yeah, and since Saturday in the Twitch chat says Beth Phoenix and Santino were great together. Yes, they were, because he really brought her out of her shell, Santino Marella.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't return this year.
Oh yeah, we don't need we don't need any
year.
Santina in the women's rumble this year.
No, I will start a war if we get.
Going forward, we do have Becky Lynch defending the Raw Women's Championship against Doudrop. I think that's another very predictable one.
Yeah, it's such a shame. I don't like the name change of.
So I think it's very predictable that Becky retains, but I think people are going to be shocked with how good this match is.
Yeah, I hope so, because I think, as someone obviously from the UK that has watched, obviously, Doudrop as they call her now, has watched her for years.
Right.
She's someone the whole of the UK are behind.
Right, and
a lot of people are friends with her, and this is a massive moment. It's a cool moment for her, and I think
I've seen some really good matches from her, and I don't think she's worked, at least on the main roster. I've seen a couple really good matches in NXT UK from her, but I don't think we've seen on Raw what she can actually do. So throwing in her with somebody like a Becky Lynch, who does get more say on what happens in her matches, I think they can lay out and get a really good match here between these women.
And they've given it a bit of a build up as well, which is great.
Right.
Which I've I like, because it's brilliant, really.
I think she was great on Monday with the whole Becky talking down to her. So instead of trying to talk back, she just, no, I'm going to come step right to your face instead.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, no, I like it. Obviously, we know the outcome. We do know the outcome, but it's still an opportunity for her. Do you know what I mean? She's not.
Right. Oh yeah.
She's not getting pushed to the back of the queue. She's not getting pushed to. Oh yeah, so what they're currently obviously doing with quite a lot of the girls. They're not just leave her hanging. Like, she's got a good spot. She's in the Royal Rumble. Like, she's got a match with Becky at the Royal Rumble. That's awesome. So yeah, no, I'm excited.
And like you said, they've had good build for this, because when the match was first set up, when Becky screwed Bianca in the 4-way and then she just randomly won, a lot of people were kind of like, whatever. But I think they have built the matchup well enough for people to now not care for, I think Doudrop can win, but care for, I think these two can have a good match together.
Yeah, for sure.
Going forward, speaking of something people have been waiting for, it's the WWE Championship match. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby. Who? Bobby Lashley? I think this one's another one that's been built up really well with Brock Lesnar. This
is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for this match.
As I said the other day, this match does not need to go any more than like 8 minutes at most.
It's a case of, it's, in my eyes, the best Brock we've seen in a very long time.
Yes.
You've got Bobby Lashley that has finally got the recognition, and everyone loves Bobby Lashley now. Like, as I call him, Big Bobo, because I think he's great. And it's like, he's got MVP by his side, and you just think, and you've got Paul Heyman involved. Like, it's just perfect. It's just absolutely perfect in my eyes, and I'm really excited for it, actually.
And you say,
I love them both.
You say Paul Heyman involved, but I think they've actually used Paul Heyman perfectly here, to where, yes, he's with Brock every week.
Yeah.
Yes, Brock is doing most of his own promos. So it's like,
Yeah.
how much is he really still with Brock? There's still that lingering question in the back of your mind of, does he still want to be with Roman, but now he's just with Brock because Roman won't take him right now? There's still the lingering question because how Brock is still doing his own promos for the most part, and Heyman's not saying much. Because we all know.
I don't know. I feel like Brock has evolved recently and just become his own thing. He don't need Paul Heyman anymore.
No.
I'm going to be honest. Like what he's been doing, where he's been on the mic, and he's been doing his own thing, and he's just come back and he's so loved as well now. Like it's mental, and I just think he don't need Paul Heyman no more.
People don't remember back in like 2003, 2004 when he wasn't with Paul Heyman. Then Brock Lesnar cutting his own promos and being funny and stuff.
And he was so strong as well back then. He was great on his own. So I'd like to see Paul Heyman go back with Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns can get a little bit flat. If that makes sense. And Brock Lesnar, I feel like he can always spice it up on his own.
Right. But as far as who wins, who do you think wins the match, though?
Oh, I'd love Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley?
I'd love it.
I mean,
honestly,
there is a good chance, I think, that Bobby could win.
Yes, I'm going to be at one of the parties here in the UK for this Royal Rumble event, and every single person I know wants Bobby Lashley to win. So if Bobby Lashley wins, you don't even know the reaction it's going to get. Like, it's going to be insane. Like, my fingers and toes, everything's just crossed, like, for Bobo. Like, honestly.
Because I think there is a good chance Bobby Lashley wins, and then Lesnar moves on and challenges Roman Reigns for the title at WrestleMania, whether that's Brock jumping in the Rumble and winning, or some other way getting the match. But I think there is a good chance Bobby Lashley wins. But if I had to make a prediction, this is actually the harder match for me to make a prediction. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. We're here for Bobo. Big Bobo for the win.
But then we also have the Universal title match. It's Roman Reigns against Seth Rollins. What do you got?
I'm going to be honest. This is actually, out of the whole match card, this is the one match I'm not looking forward to the most. Do you know that? This is the one match I'm like,
why not?
I don't know. I don't know. I think Roman Reigns is amazing. Like, he has been incredible, but this just doesn't give me much oomph, if that makes sense. It doesn't get me excited.
I can see that.
I don't know why, because they're both incredible. Like, both of them on the mic and how their skills in the ring, they're great. But this match just isn't popping for me, if that makes sense.
Right.
I know for a lot of people this is like a really great match, but for me it's just not.
Well,
it's not something I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait.
We've seen these guys face off I don't know how many times now. And with championships on the line, Seth has always beat Roman. Whether that was, well, no, not every time, but so I'm trying to think. So there was 2 singles matches. No. I'm trying to go back and think really fast. I know he beat him at Money in the Bank for the belt back in 2016. And then he won WrestleMania when he cashed in. He won those 2 matches. Those 2 matches were for championships. There have been 3 other matches that Roman has, 2 other matches that Roman has won. And then there was one match they had that was a draw. It was a double count out, I think it was. So Seth has never lost to Roman with the title on the line. Now, he did lose when Moxley, Dean Ambrose won the triple threat at Battleground with all 3 of them for the WWE Championship. But Roman has never beat Seth with the title on the line. They keep hearkening to that. They keep bringing that up on television, which does lead me to believe, so Roman's going to win this time with the title on the line, because they keep saying he can't beat Seth when it's important. He can beat Seth just on a Raw, but he can't beat him with the title on the line, is what they keep saying. So I think, to me, Roman wins.
Oh, I fully agree with this. Fully agree.
And as we go forward, we do have the men's Royal Rumble match. So far, 22 names have been announced.
Yes.
with 8 slots still open. So we do have Johnny Knoxville, Rey,
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, Austin Theory, Sheamus, Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Big E, Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, Madcap Moss, Happy Corbin, Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Randy Orton, Riddle, Chad Gable, Otis, and Omos all announced for the Rumble. And I don't, in my opinion, think we're going to get any major surprises here.
No, I don't think we are either.
I mean, maybe we get a Pete Dunne. Maybe we get LA Knight or Roderick Strong.
I think we're going to get Ciampa. I think we'll get, NXT names.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker.
Good chance.
Big chance on that. I'd like to see Dexter Lumis. See him in there.
That would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Gunther.
Yeah, 100% in. 100%. You need, in the nicest way, you need those bigger guys.
Right.
That's, and in the nicest way, they're running out of them at the minute. They're running, they haven't got their
Hey, they got Omos in the match.
If he wins, I'm going to be so.
He ain't winning. But, I mean, we could probably see Tommaso Ciampa as well.
Yes.
I know he did pop back up on NXT last night and is going to be teaming next week with Braun Breaker. So that'll be an interesting match on NXT next week. But as far as my prediction to win, I'm going to go with somebody who is not announced.
Oh.
I'm going to say Brock Lesnar wins.
A lot of people are saying Brock.
Well, Brock Lesnar's also been shifted as the betting odds favorite. Now, I've been saying Brock for like a week and a half now. But as far as the betting odds do go, Brock is now the favorite. Not a big favorite or anything, but slightly big. He's barely he's favored at a 325 as Big E, who's been the favorite, is a 350.
Yes.
Big E is still right there, but for some reason they slightly put Brock now over. And the betting odds are never always 100% correct, but I'm just saying it's interesting the way they're shifting.
He's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Love Big E to win.
That'd be great. Big E wins the Rumble. So, okay, if Big E wins, who does he challenge?
He's going for Bobo. He's got to go for Bobo.
Do you think Bobby Lashley wins and then we get Bobby Lashley and Big E? That'd be great.
Yeah.
But here's the other question, though. You also got to remember, just because somebody is the champion leaving Royal Rumble, we still have Elimination Chamber where they can lose their belt. So
yeah, I think Big E's winning. A lot of people think Big E's winning. But then also a lot of people are saying Mr. Brock as well. So I've also seen quite a bit about AJ Styles. People were like, AJ, I don't want AJ Styles to win. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. I just don't want him to win.
I think it would be good for AJ coming off the Omos stuff and people seeing him as like a comedy guy with all of that Omos stuff. So I think it would be good to make him more serious AJ Styles again, have him win the Rumble and people go, oh, they do want to do some big things with him. But I don't see AJ. No.
Has been announced for it, has he?
Say it again, you cut out.
Has Randy Orton been announced for it?
Yes.
Did you say him?
Yes, he was announced last week. Him, Riddle, Gable, and Otis were announced last week. And Omos.
Listen, Randy Orton could also be up there as well for me.
I don't see Orton. I think, honestly, if I'm going to make a big, bold prediction, I don't think Orton wins because we eventually at Mania get Orton versus Riddle. That's my big, bold prediction.
I don't want him to go against Riddle.
I mean, we got to get the match eventually. Why not do it at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I just don't think they're really gonna. No one's really going to care if it's Riddle. I know it sounds ridiculous.
I think a Randy Orton versus Riddle match would do really well. I don't see Riddle winning the Rumble or anything, but I think a Randy Orton Riddle match at WrestleMania would do really well.
See, I'd love also love Damian Priest, but it's nice to see Dominic Mysterio in there. It's nice to see him making his little doing his bit in there. Yeah, I like him. He's cute.
Yeah, but
He's so cute.
he's just a spot filler, to be honest. Like a lot of these guys in here, Madcap Moss, Happy Corbin, they're just spot fillers. Ziggler and Rude.
But can you believe, like, it's at the point, do you know what really excites me is that a little while ago, Big E was one of them spot fillers. And
very true. Very true.
Look at him now. Do you know what I mean? Look at him now, and people wanted him to win. People want him to be the champion.
Oh no. Like, if Brock Lesnar is not in the Rumble, say he beats Bobby Lashley, retains the title, my pick is Big E. If Brock is not a possibility to be in the Rumble because he retains, then my pick is Big E. Like, that is my pick.
Yeah.
But I'm going out on a limb saying Lashley beats Brock, Brock wins the Rumble, challenges Roman. But like I said, if Brock's not in, if there's like no way he retains this, that, then my pick is Big E for sure. Big E. I think it's a missed opportunity. If there's that opening to do Big E and they don't, I think it's a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Do you think any extra surprises?
For the men's Rumble, I know people keep saying, well, give me Moose since we've got Mickie James from Impact. Yeah, I don't think so. I think there's 8 spots left, and I don't think we really get anybody. Like, if we're going to get anybody not in the company, it's going to be a legend coming back. I don't think it's going to be any male from another company.
Kane's 100% return.
Good chance. I wouldn't say 100%, but there's a very good chance there.
But it's his time to shine. It's that one time a year. He's like, right, got to get the mask back on now. Let's go. My time of year.
I'm also trying to think if anybody's out with an injury that could be returning, but the only male I can think of out with an injury is Drew McIntyre, and he's going to be out. Like, he just got hurt-ish. But I don't even think there's anybody to be like, who could return in the Rumble, like an Asuka or something for the women, or a Bayley. But I don't think there is anybody on the men's side out with an injury right now that I can think of that would be a cool, this person was saved and returned for the Rumble. But I'm looking at the roster.
Yeah, I'm literally.
You know who has surprisingly not been announced yet is Cesaro.
Oh, I love Cesaro.
Cesaro has not been announced. Apollo Crews has not been announced yet.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to see who could fill those last 8 spots. There's 2 right there.
There's those 2. Finn.
Yep. Literally, I was just looking at Finn. I was double checking that one. I was double checking. There's Finn. There's the Usos. Throw the Usos in there.
Has Shelton Benjamin been announced?
No, Shelton nor Cedric have been announced.
I can imagine Shelton Benjamin being. I love Shelton Benjamin. I think he's fantastic.
So do I.
Oh, they're the Usos.
Usos can be in. So if we go, Usos are 2. We got Usos, Finn, Apollo Crews, Cesaro. That leaves 3 more open spots for maybe Braun Breaker, Gunther, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yes, that's it. I'd say maybe the others off and put Pete Dunne in there.
That would work.
Say. Yeah, listen, I'd be quite happy with that.
Or maybe you don't do the Usos and just put some others like an LA Knight.
Yeah.
Or Mansoor has not been announced yet. Like, if this was 4 months ago, I would say, where's Mansoor? Because they were really going hard on pushing Mansoor a little bit. But now they've kind of just tapered off with him. Well, I assume Mansoor's going to get a match for Saudi Arabia in February. So why not? Put him in the Rumble. Because they always have Mansoor win a match at the Saudi Arabia show.
Do you know, I'm just looking at the SmackDown roster, right?
Mm.
It's very small, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, if you take away the commentators, and Pierce, and all the interviews, it's Vince McMahon. It's very small.
Yeah, the SmackDown roster is pretty lackluster.
Mm-hmm. hoping Sonya Deville comes into the Rumble. Should get.
That'd be a nice one. She is a. So I'm gonna put this in air quotes. Gonna wrestle Naomi on Friday. Does the match happen? I think it does because the way it was set up by Adam Pearce and not by her.
Yeah.
And how he said that he recommended it to higher up officials that she wrestles the match. So I think we finally get the Naomi Sonya Deville match. But I don't know. I think they've waited too long to do it, and now it's just like I don't care. I think they dragged it out too long.
Because I think they did, and the problem is I absolutely love them too.
Yes, me too.
Like so much. So I think they're gonna Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Something goes wrong, and it's going to be a face-off between them two in the ring, in the Royal Rumble.
I see a lot of people in the chat. A lot of people in the chat saying John Cena. Ricochet has also not been announced. I didn't even think about Ricochet.
Yeah, they've just dropped the ball with Ricochet. That's the problem. They've just dropped the ball with him.
Right. Shinsuke Nakamura has not been announced. So to be honest, I think you could fill the men's Rumble with people on the main roster and then maybe do like 2 from NXT. Because we never see more than 2 that I can remember from NXT anyways.
3, yeah. Then if it was going to be, I definitely think they're going to put Braun.
Here's my argument on that. I don't think they do Braun because
really,
I don't want him to get eliminated and then people go, oh look, they don't care about Braun Breaker. Why should I care about Braun Breaker? Like unless like 7 guys eliminate him at once or something, they've made him look so strong on NXT that him just getting thrown out of the Rumble would actually do him a disservice right now. That's my feelings on it. That either he goes out there and eliminates 10 guys and then gets thrown out, or I think if Braun Breaker's going to be in the Rumble, he's going to need to win the Rumble. As far as how big they've been making. Go for it.
Haaland in there because he's one of the big guys.
No,
I could see him doing it.
I think if we get anybody from NXT, it's going to be Gunther and Ciampa. Those are my 2.
Better be.
Because the rumor is Gunther's supposed to be there, but the rumor is Braun Breaker's supposed to be there as well. But I've also heard that they have, quote, scheduled a number of NXT talent to be there just in case COVID hits and somebody that's in the Rumble has to get pulled from the Rumble. That is one thing that they are planning, to have a good number of extra talent just in case they're needed. Because, I mean, look what happened with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
They kept him off of shows to lessen the chance of him getting COVID. And then with him not working a bunch of shows, he still got it. So I think from what I've heard, they're going to be overcautious with extras.
For sure.
Which is smart. Yeah. Very smart.
Wow.
But I mean, like I said, with the men's Rumble, I don't really see many surprises coming in with the men's Rumble.
It's just because the division is, you know, across all of it is so. Oh, someone just said, what about X-Pac? Yes.
Who? Oh, yeah. X-Pac?
I reckon that'd be the one. Yeah, that's the one surprise.
Maybe.
I think that's happening.
I think that'd be a really fun surprise. Yeah. Here's a ish Corey Graves. What if Corey Graves jumps into the Rumble?
See, I wouldn't be jumping joy. You know, I like Corey Graves. Be jumping in the air.
Here's one. Here's an NXT name. Since Saturday says, what about Grayson Waller?
Oh, no thanks. Please don't. Don't embarrass.
I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah.
With how much they've pushed him and put him on Raw like 3 different weeks already, I would not be surprised.
Maybe stand up to AJ Styles or something.
Oh, that would be perfect. AJ eliminates him. Like he's in for like a minute. He eliminates one person, turns around, there's AJ. Yeah. AJ throws him out. Like he's got his little time to shine. Like he's got his little time to shine. Maybe he throws out Robert Roode or something, and then he gets thrown out by AJ.
Yeah. Oh, I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued.
But with that, the Rumble is in what, 3 days? Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
3 days. Guys, remember, here's the thing I have to remind you. The Rumble is on Saturday, not
It's
Sunday.
amazing for us. It's amazing for us in the UK.
Yes, that is
Like,
very,
it's
yes.
so good for us because we get to party.
But it's because I've had a lot of people being like, the Royal Rumble. Like I've seen people tweeting the Royal Rumble this Sunday. Yeah, that's your instinction to say it, but no, it's Saturday. The Royal Rumble is on
That's so good
Saturday,
though for me. That's so good. I
and
think.
they want to do more Saturday pay-per-views. From
Yes.
I think when they announced the pay-per-view lineup, when they was it like 2-3 weeks ago, there were a lot of dates that were Saturdays, or it could be either day of the weekend. We haven't got to confirm from a building yet. So that's really cool. Because like you said, I think it is good to do them on Saturdays because then a lot of people don't have to worry about, it's even better for people that want to travel to the shows because it's like, okay, I want to travel to the Royal Rumble. But if I go on a Sunday, that means I have to request Monday off of work because I won't make it back in time.
Yeah.
So if it's
And
Saturday,
I think
fly back Sunday, and there you go. No, not have to
I
request time
think,
off
and
work.
for us, and even like for different countries, is so good
Yeah.
because it's in such awkward times, like
Mhm.
all over the world in general, really. Such awkward times on a Sunday, and a lot of people don't watch it, and they watch it the following day
Exactly.
because obviously they need to really, but. It's a good idea because then they can start looking and think, we're getting a lot more eyes on it because it's time people can actually watch.
Well,
Like
then
people ain't got to worry about work on
you
on
must
a
be
Monday.
you must be really excited for Elimination Chamber because that's going to be on a Saturday and it's going to be a show that's done like 5-6 hours earlier than normal because it's in Saudi Arabia.
It's just looking great for me, isn't it? Really,
The next two pay-per-views are going your way because usually the Saudi Arabia shows here where I'm at are about 9-10 o'clock in the morning. That would be around now for you. It would have started about 2 hours ago or whatever for you. And that's
an Elimination Chamber.
And that's what they're doing for Elimination Chamber. It's a Saturday, the first time they've ever done a Saudi show on the weekend, and they always start super early because they do them, 8 p.m. local time there.
What date is it? Do we know?
Yeah, it is. Give me 2 seconds, and I can tell you.
Oh, is that February the 19th, isn't it?
Yes.
And what
the
time
19th.
is that going to be starting here?
I mean, if it's the normal start time, that would be 10 o'clock my time. You're 7 hours ahead of me, so that'd be 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m., 7, 5.
Oh,
Around
I
5.
if they can start it a little bit later, it's only because that day I actually have a show already, so they can be nice and just push it back a little tiny bit.
They haven't said the time yet. I'm just going off of what they normally do for the Saudi shows.
Oh, I'm hoping that they can just push it back just a smidge, just a little bit, just for me and
Right.
the people that are doing the show with me. That'd be grand if they can. Thank you very much, WWE.
But that is the Royal Rumble. Those are our predictions. I think for the Royal Rumble itself, this is the one Royal Rumble that most people are looking forward to as far as more than the last couple of years.
Yep. Honestly, I this has been for a Rumble in a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I think because obviously I'm aware I'm going to be, obviously I'm going to be surrounded by the UK 300 people in the same room as me in like a bar, and it's just exciting because it's more you get to be with all my friends. So
yeah, that sounds really fun. Really fun.
It's going to be a quiz and everything.
Just looking at the chat here really fast before we wrap things up. Yeah, nothing.
A lot of people saying John Cena.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. A lot of people saying John Cena, but I don't see it. I don't think so. I think Cena's busy right now.
I'm gonna cry. I'd cry.
Let me see something really fast. John Cena. Does he have any movies or shows in production right now? Let's see. I can tell you.
I think so.
Post-production. He is filming a movie currently called Freelance. Now he can get the day off, but
he can get the day off.
But I doubt they would want him to go work a match in the middle of filming. But he's doing a movie called Freelance that is said to be currently filming, and he is the top star of the movie. I don't think they risk him
is
getting
he?
hurt. I don't think they risk him
No,
getting
I
hurt.
understand.
It says
Oh,
freelance.
all right
An
then.
ex special forces operator takes a job to provide security for a journalist as she interviews a
Oh,
dictator. But a military coup breaks out in the middle of the interview, and they are forced to escape in the jungle where they must survive.
cool.
It is
That
him
sounds
and
quite
did
good.
you watch the Glow show on
Oh, and Alison
Yeah,
Brie.
that's what I was about to say. Allison Brie is in it from Glow. She's the main female, the interviewer that he's protecting. Those two, him. Every time I see John Cena, I feel like he gets better in every role. And Allison Brie, I love. I think she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's great. Oh, that's gonna be fab.
So it's,
Oh,
I don't
nice.
know if it's a drama. It's listed as an action comedy, so that should be those two in an action comedy should be really, really good together.
Yeah, they would be because she's actually really funny. She's got a great
Yeah.
personality. Oh, oh, all right, John. You may be able to miss the Royal Rumble just this year, okay? But if you can return ASAP, that'd be great. Thank you.
I seen a couple more in like the Twitch chat that says Goldberg. Doubt it. Goldberg's got one
No,
more match on his
no,
contract. I think they either saved that for WrestleMania or Saudi Elimination
I
Chamber.
I will riot. Thank you very much.
But
I
yeah,
will riot.
Royal Rumble, 3 days away. I will be doing a review as I always do for the WWE. They're not pay-per-views anymore. They are premium live events. So yeah, I think this could be a really good one. I see people in the chat saying Miz. Doubt it. I don't think he works double duty. I think if anybody's going to work double duty, it would either be Brock or
It's gonna be Brock
Roman.
Lesnar.
Yeah,
It's gonna be Brock Lesnar.
it would be Brock or Roman.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but Jess, with that, where can they find you?
Oh, well, you can watch me. You can find me on Twitter where my stuff is at Watches Jess. It's probably the best place really because everything just goes on there. I'm usually quite active on Twitter because I'm actually quite active.
Awesome. And with that, you can find me right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Timmy Buddy. You can find me back live tonight as I'm going to be doing my review of AEW Dynamite Beach Break, which looks like it's going to be a really good show. Beach Break has Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara in a ladder match, and it also has
Nice.
a lights out match, Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy. Those two matches right there. I think the ladder match opens the show, lights out match has the end of the show, and there's other stuff sprinkled in as well. But I will be live tonight. If you are watching live, then that's tonight for the AEW Beach Break review. So with that, guys, have a great day. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.